Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to episode 2 for Unit 8, Grade 10. In this episode, we will learn all about grammar and language functions. We will start with grammar. For this episode, you will need your student's book. What do you know about modal verbs? Modal verbs are words we use to express something. For example, can and could. We use can and could to express abilities. Let's take an example. I met my new boss. He is amazing. He can speak 5 languages. Although he can't speak Italian, he speaks Spanish fluently. I asked him, "Can you speak Urdu?" He said, "Yes." Now, let's take a closer look at this paragraph. He can speak 5 languages. In this sentence, I can notice that this person is expressing the ability of his boss in speaking 5 languages. So, this is an affirmative sentence, meaning he has the ability to speak 5 languages. In the second sentence, he can't speak Italian. This sentence is in the negative form, which means that the person is expressing the absence of ability. He cannot speak Italian. He can't speak Italian. In the last sentence, it's the question form. Can you speak Urdu? So this person is asking me about the ability of speaking Urdu. You see those 3 sentences? They have one thing in common. Every verb is in the infinitive. Can, speak. Can't, speak. Can you, speak. The verbs coming after modal verbs are always in the infinitive. Let's take a look at could. My friend once asked me, "Could you swim when you were 8 years old?" I replied, "Yes, I could swim when I was 8. But I couldn't swim when I was 3 years old." Now, take a look at this sentence. Why did we use could instead of can? Because this sentence is asking about something in the past, meaning it's already happened or something that is in the past. So I used could instead of can. Let's take a closer look at the sentences in this paragraph. I could swim when I was 8. This is an affirmative sentence, meaning I'm expressing my ability to do something in the past. So I said, I could swim when I was 8. In the second sentence, I used the negative form for the word could. I couldn't swim when I was 8 years old. In the question form, I said, "Could you swim when you were 3 years old?" You can see that all the verbs in the 3 sentences are in the infinitive. Could swim, couldn't swim, and could you swim. So as we said, all the verbs coming after modal verbs are in the infinitive. We took a look at can and could that expresses ability. Let's take must and should. Must expresses obligation. Should is all about giving advice. Let's take a look at this example. Someone saw a person smoking at the mall. They had a short conversation. "You must stop smoking in here." And then he said, "Must I stop smoking?" And then the other person said, "Yes, you mustn't smoke here. There's a sign that tells you not to do so." And then the other person said, "I'm sorry, I didn't notice the sign." Let's take a closer look at the sentences in this conversation. The first sentence was, you must stop smoking here. You can see the modal verb must is in the affirmative form and the verb after it is in the infinitive. In the negative form, I said, you mustn't smoke here. The verb coming after mustn't is also in the infinitive. The last form is, must I stop smoking? This as well, the verb here is in the infinitive. And I want you to pay attention to a very important thing. In the negative form, we do not pronounce the T in must not. So we say mustn't. The T is silent. So pay attention to that. Now, the other modal verb we're taking is should. Let's read this short paragraph. When I was buying some accessories, my friend told me that I should save my money and I shouldn't waste it. Then I asked my friend, should I start saving money now? She replied, yes, you should, and immediately. Let's take a closer look at this paragraph. You should save your money. The sentence here is in the affirmative. You should save your money. Pay attention to the verb, it's in the infinitive. The negative form is, you shouldn't waste your money. Shouldn't waste. The verb coming after shouldn't is in the infinitive. Should I start saving my money now? This is the question form. All these sentences is expressing advice or asking for an advice, like the last form, should I start saving my money now? Let's check your understanding. If I said, I'm late for the meeting, which of those two answers will be the correct form to giving advice? You should hurry up, or you should eat something. The second sentence is, I can fix my car easily. How do I express it? I am able to fix my car. Will I have to fix my car? So choose which one is the correct or the right answer. Did you check your answer? If you got it right, well done. Now, let's fill in the spaces with can, can't, could, and couldn't. And I want you to pay attention to the tense of the sentence in choosing between the modal verbs. The first sentence is, I dash reach that box, it's too high. The second sentence is, I dash climbed the mountain when I was in Switzerland, it was difficult. 3 dash for was fixed this car by himself. Now take a moment to answer. Is it can, can't, could, or couldn't? Let's check your answers. The first one is can't. I can't reach that box. The second one is couldn't. I couldn't climb the mountain. The third one is can. Can for was fix this car by himself. Did you get it right? Well done. Now, let's try must, mustn't, should, or shouldn't. It is raining. You dash take an umbrella. If you're leaving early today, you dash inform your manager. 3, I dash wear casual for work. These are the rules. Take a moment, choose must, mustn't, should, or shouldn't. Check your answers. Should, must, and mustn't. Well done. Now, open your student's book, page 64, exercise 1, models. Let's do it together. I need my bifocal glasses. I dash see without them. Computers help us to instigate new learning technology. C. I dash research at school because there is a new software library. 10 years ago, you dash easily find a spot to park in town. E. I wanted to text you, but I dash remember your number. Take a moment and answer. Don't forget to check the tense and what am I expressing in this sentence. The first one is can't. B is can. C is should. D is could. And E is couldn't. Check your answer. Did you get it right? Well done. Now, do you know the wish rule? Wish means I am wishing for something or I want something. But here we use wish for different reasons. When do we use wish? We use wish for two reasons. When we want the situation to be different from what it is now, or when we regret something. What does that mean? For example, when I say, I wish the weather was sunny today. So, the weather is not sunny today, but I wish the weather was sunny. So, I want the situation that I am in now to be different. That's why I said, I wish the weather was sunny today. When I say or use wish in the present, I will use the past tense to express my wishing for this situation to be different. So, I wish the weather was sunny today. So, was here is in the past simple. If I wish that I did something differently in the past, when I regret something, I will use the past perfect in expressing my regret using wish. For example, when I say, I went to the zoo last week, but I couldn't take any pictures. I wish I had brought my camera. So just remember that when the situation is in the present, I will use wish with the past simple. And when the situation is in the past and I'm regretting it, I will use wish with the past perfect. For example, if I want the situation to be different than what it is now, I will say, it's so sunny outside. I wish it was cloudy. So now it's sunny outside, but I wish it was cloudy. I wish the situation is different. 2, I wish I could go to the cinema, but I have a lot of homework to do. Okay? You see here, wish with the past simple because I want the situation to be different. If I want to express my regret because I regret something, I will use wish with the past perfect. For example, Noura wishes she hadn't eaten that much at dinner yesterday. Or I can say, I wish you had told me that it was your birthday. So both sentences are in the past. That's why I used the past perfect with wish. Check your understanding. If I want to express regret, what will I choose? I wish I bought the dress. Well, I wish I had bought the dress. If I want the situation to be different, which sentence I will choose? I'm hungry. I wish I ate all my lunch. Or I'm hungry. I wish I had eaten all my lunch. Choose the correct answer. Check your answers. The first one, for expressing regret, I will say, I wish I had bought the dress. And for wishing that the situation is different, I will say, I'm hungry. I wish I ate all my lunch. Now, open your books, your workbook, page 60, exercise 3. Do it yourself. I know you can. Now, we learned all about modal verbs and the wish rule. Let's learn more about the prefixes. What do I mean by prefixes? Prefixes are letters we add to the word to give it a different meaning. For example, un, un. If I added un to the word able, it will be unable. For example, my friend is unable to find his phone. If I use the prefix dis and add it to the word honest, it will be dishonest. He was completely dishonest while apologizing. So this is the second use for prefixes. For example, ill. If I added il to the word legal, it will be illegal. Crossing the red light is illegal. If I add it to the word polite, it will be impolite. It is impolite to point at people. Irresponsible. It is irresponsible to spend all your money. The last one is in. If I add it to the word correct, it will be incorrect. The boy's answer to the question was incorrect. So prefixes are basically letters we add at the beginning of the word, or we add it to the word to give it a meaning, a different meaning. You have a task to do it by yourself. Open your workbook, page 61, exercise 5, and check your understanding. Now, we learned all about grammar. Let's take a look at the language functions. If you want to answer a language function question, you should follow the tips I'm going to give you now. Write exactly what you would say in the situation given to you. Imagine yourself in that situation and answer in full grammatical sentence. Don't answer with only yes or okay or goodbye. This is not a sentence. Your answer should be in a full grammatical sentence. For example, if we said, your friend parked in a handicap parking, you will say, for example, you must change your parking immediately. It's illegal. So here you used the modal verb must. You showed your friend that she's obliged to change her parking immediately. The second example is, you saw an old man with heavy luggage at the airport. So you may offer help. And you can say, I can help you carry these bags. In this episode, we learned all about grammar, modal verbs, wish, prefixes, and we also expressed obligation and ability. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. See you soon.